Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the MRC Charity Endurance Race. This is the first time I've ever introduced anything. I feel very special. Well, welcome to Canada, which is our first stop of the night. You'll be happy to hear that I am not leading comms tonight. I am just here to introduce this bit. There will be a whole host of people who will be talking in your ear holes all evening, and we'll be prattling on and telling you about all sorts of interesting stuff, filling loads of time because we're not going to stop the stream. The stream's going to change between each event, but we are going to get the stream running early each time between each race. So we're starting here in Canada. We've got a short qualifying session followed by a 50% race in Canada. We'll then take a 10-minute break and have a 50% race in Spain. Had to think about that then. And then another 50% race after a 10-minute break in Austria to finish off. So the idea is we start off with the most technical track and they get a bit less technical as they go along. The important thing to remember tonight is, first of all, in terms of practicalities, the race works a different way to normal. This is a points-based race. There are points down to 20th. Every single position gets points. That includes qualifying. You can see the full details of the points in Discord. I'm not going to go through them now. If our commentators are particularly on the ball, they may be able to work that out as we go along. Depends whether they can work the spreadsheet that Anton has kindly run up for us this evening. If not, basically the idea is just finish consistently, keep as high in the race as you can, keep getting points. So you will get points for every single race, which means that there's a maximum of obviously 4 sets of points available. Now, what is obviously more important is the fact that we are here for charity. And I'm really, really happy to say that you guys have done an amazing job. We are raising a lot of money. I will do a check on the actual total as we continue with qualifying. But just very quickly to say, I'll get into this more in detail in a minute. We are racing for Macmillan Caring Locally. Now that is a charity that's very well known in the UK. If you guys are outside of the UK, you probably wouldn't know of it, but they help look after people who are suffering from cancer, and they come to your home and they look after you at home. There's lots of things that they do to support people. And what we've realised in doing this race is not only, as you've seen, one of our founding members, Scott, who's been in the league for a very, very long time, was actually the first person to help me get organising this league. Not only is Scott dealing with cancer at the moment and fighting his own fight, I know he's just said to me that he's actually been for his most recent chemo yesterday. He will be appearing in the chat, not this chat, he'll be appearing in the chat on screen hopefully this evening. But also I've learned that quite a lot of you guys out there have been affected by this very directly as well. There are people that have got parents battling it right now. There are people who have lost mums and dads and members of their family. It's something which strikes so many people. It affects all of us. And I'll talk a bit more about it later, but please, if you haven't donated, please just go to Discord, give us a £5. That's all we're asking for. If you can afford more, give us more. That'd be brilliant. But if you can just give us a £5 if you haven't done so already, please do. We don't ask for money to race in this league, but if you can just give us something tonight, it goes into the pockets of people who really do make a difference to a lot of people's lives. Anyway, right, so shall we talk about some racing instead? Let's introduce our first commentator for the night, which is the little leprechaun himself. It's the 5'7" Winky.
Good evening.
Hello, mate. How you doing?
Yes, I'm all grand, thanks. What about yourself?
Yeah, a bit frantic getting in here tonight, but we're all here now. I'm gonna let you carry on because I need to go out and do some laps because I am actually in this blooming race.
Yes, indeed. You have fun tonight, bud. Good luck.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go out and do some laps, but you are not on your own, are you?
Nope, not at all. So joining me today, it's a brand new partnership actually, as well tonight. Me and this fella haven't actually commentated together yet until today. It's Mr. Ryan Barber, the Red Car Rambo.
Sorry, lad.
There he is.
Oh,
Hi, are you?
on comments on me. Oh god.
Hi, are you, Ren?
Yeah, I'm great, mate. How are you?
Yes, all good. Long time no speak. It's been a while since we've been in a party together.
Well, yeah, it's season 10, maybe.
Something like that, anyway. It's been a while. But then also, it's not just us two either. We also have a driver commentator beside us this evening. It is Mr. MRC, not Martin. It's the other Mr. MRC. It's Mark Hodgson. Back again.
I am. Good evening, fellas.
Hi, are
Good
you?
evening.
I'm good. To be fair, like Martin, I had a bit of a frantic entry to get here tonight, but honestly, like I say, it's as Martin put it very well. It's a fantastic reason why we're here this evening, and
100%.
I thought I'd join you for the first race. Why not?
Bless us with your presence.
Yeah,
As they
that's the
say.
one. Yeah.
He's also
Yeah, well,
known as Mr.
we are-
Canada, if you remember.
I'm Mr. Who now?
Mr. Canada.
Well, yeah, I've got my first win here, and I don't think that'll happen again. But to be fair, the weather for this race, it could potentially rain by the end.
Oh,
Well, that's interesting.
talk about endurance. The rain is going to definitely
It
have an impact
could
on
throw,
drivers.
it could really throw a spanner in the works. I think it's going to be a good, like I said, it's going to be a long night. As Martin said, we're going to have a 10-minute interval between each one, but we will get the streams up very quickly and talk a bit more about the charity, of course, this evening. All the info is on the Discord if you're part of it. If you're not, thank you very much for joining us and be a part of it. But yeah, and the lads will, of course, go through the reasons we're here, of course, for Scott. And we do wish him and everybody all the best and hopefully a speedy and a good recovery for him.
Hopefully,
Yeah.
it's awful to hear from whenever you initially mentioned about it. My heart actually dropped. Because obviously,
same.
we all know Scott very well.
We do,
Obviously,
yeah.
He's been in the league for many a time.
He has, and he was actually one of my early teammates as well. So I've
He
got
was
a
actually
good
supposed to
affinity
be
with the
my
man.
teammate if it wasn't this season and the season before, actually, also.
All right, okay.
And he obviously pulled out, obviously, due to personal reasons, so. Yeah, he's been missed, I have to say.
Yeah, he is. But
I never
obviously, we're doing this
actually,
for him.
I
This
never
is for
got the
him,
chance
exactly.
to have Scott as a teammate, but he was fantastic to race against. So I will say that he's always nice and clean.
Definitely, 100%.
But he had good pace as well. He did Scott.
Yeah, he was a
Indeed.
very quick driver. Very, very quick driver.
Scott's actually hoping to come back at some point during the summer.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
fantastic.
Love to hear it.
So he may be in the shadows at the moment, but he's definitely got his eye on coming back on track.
That's what you love to hear.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
So I'm going to go out on track in a second, but you know, I'm having brain melt here. I couldn't even remember what track we were at or whether I'd done a setup for it, which you have. It's okay. I found it. Yeah, load. That would be useful. But what I'll just before I go out, yeah, I mean, just to sort of summarise, basically, I set the league up. We're into our fifth year now, because we started in 2020, so we're in the fifth year now. And Scott came along in late 2020 and tried to join very, very early on in season one. And basically, season one was a bit of a weird one because we didn't have the Discord. We did it all through Facebook. And started off with a handful of people, 3 or 4 people, and by the end we were full. And Scott wanted a seat, but we couldn't get him in. And then we moved to Discord for season 2, and that's when Scott became part of the team. And Scott basically was very, very heavily involved when we first started off, helped run everything basically alongside me. So we got to know each other pretty well. And he raced for a very, very, very long time, and obviously helped build the community that we've got now, which is why I think we've had such a strong response to the fundraising. so if you, like I said before, if you can afford to give something, please do give something, because even if you don't know Scott, the reason you've got a league is partly because of him. So let's all just remember that, and just because you don't necessarily know the guy doesn't mean that he's not giving you some value himself. So yeah, and basically, he's been, like I say, he's been less involved recently because during last year he was diagnosed with bowel cancer. And he's now he's had 3 rounds of chemo. He's now just started his 4th, as I mentioned before. He's also had surgeries to remove the cancer and part of his bowel. So he's been having obviously an incredibly affected life by this disease. So it's a cause very, very close to our hearts, and we should all be working hard for him and the charity that he's nominated. He also unbelievably lost his dad to cancer last spring as well. So like I say, so many people are affected by not only cancer but are also helped by the charity that we're supporting. So that's why it's so important that we all stick our hands in our pocket just a little bit, even if you can just afford a couple of quid. Anything helps. Just go on Discord, hit that link, and give us your frickin' money, please.
Yeah, it's awful here and all that as well. But again, as you said, the charity, it's the best part of it, best part of it, if you would say, as well, with getting the treatment that people get.
Yeah, and it's I know from what Scott said, he's so touched that people have raised so much money already.
It's great to see.
I'm actually going to have a look right now because we've got 6 minutes to go, so I'm only going to get one run in here, which is brilliant, isn't it? So I'll be starting at the back. We are currently at 730 quid.
Wow.
I would love to see how much higher we can get that. Between us, I'm sure we can add some to that. Let's aim for at least 8, guys. And if we can get more, that would be amazing. But you guys have been incredible with your fundraising, and don't forget that if you do donate, you're also getting entered into a prize draw, and the prizes are great. So Ali House, who will be on driver commentary in the next race, he makes like a wall display. Which he sells. We'll be offering those for sale as well for him after we've got this event down. But basically, you can get it's made out of half a kart tire with a plaque in the middle of it, which will have basically the league logo and your name on it. So that's the runners-up prize. The main prize is you can win a signed Lewis Hamilton bloody wall-mounted photo. It could be worth hundreds of quid. So all you need to do is give us a £5 and you get entered into the draw. And that's got to be worth doing.
100%. I want it. I really want it.
That's great.
Ryan would be all over it if it was Senna.
Sorry to interrupt you.
Honestly, if I had more, I would absolutely put more in.
Well, sorry to interrupt you guys, but he's actually now just entered the chat. Scott is in the YouTube chat. Welcome to you, Scott.
Right, well, as Scott enters, I'm going to leave because I need to go and do some laps before I end up literally last. Right, I will see you guys later.
Good luck, Martin.
See you later.
Yeah, good evening, Scott.
Hi,
thanks for joining us, mate. And literally, like to say, we wish you obviously all the best. A really strong recovery and a speedy recovery as well. So obviously, wish you and all your family all the best, my friend. And can't wait to see you back.
Yep, definitely.
Absolutely ditto that.
Good luck from you, Mark, to start it off anyway. Wow. Straight up to P3.
Yeah, that was my second run. 5,000 off Calvin. I'm actually surprised I'm that high up, to be perfectly honest with you. It's weird. There's rain incoming, but it won't affect qualifying. But there's not a lot of grip I'm finding out there at the minute.
Right, okay.
It's a little bit strange. See that it's the light that's causing it, but yeah, I'm surprised.
Possibly.
Been
It doesn't look the grippiest of tracks from the laps I've been watching, in all
I
fairness.
have seen a few skids and a few spins, like, to be fair, through all that.
Yeah, I don't know. It'll get through, and I don't know if it's accurate weather forecasting or we've gone to the higher tier one, which is
I Approximate.
weather, yeah. So we don't know when the rain will hit, which is obviously something that the Tier 1 and 2 guys have to deal with on a weekly basis. But it's going to throw up a span in the works, and of course we're at Spain next. That can have tricky weather, and then Austria to finish. That can really rain around there as well. So it's going to be a long evening, and it's going to be interesting to see, who picks the right setups for the races, especially if it is changing conditions. And like we say, we all know why we're here. Obviously for Scott and the Chariot. We've still got that competitive edge, of course.
Oh yes, of course.
Wouldn't be MRC if we didn't.
Seen a few twitches there. Bergen had a wee twitch coming out of the hairpin. Probably the worst part of the track on.
That. Yeah.
Probably the worst part of this track.
I don't know, you've
grip.
got what turn is it? Hang on. Turns 3 and 4, they're tricky.
Oh, with a fast right and left.
Yeah, they're very tricky.
True.
Easy to either cut turn 3 a little bit more and get an invalidation or a penalty, and or you can invalidate your lap and then just kiss the wall a little bit.
Well, yeah, it's the nature of it unbalances the car. It's a weird feeling.
It is, but if you nail it, it's a really nice feeling.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah, 100%. So how are we guys anyway? Since it's obviously pre-season for the league, how have we been after the break? How's it been going?
Just putting weight on. Not even gonna joke.
Fair enough.
No, I've been getting all
damn
my suits and stuff ready for the wedding later on in the year. Everything
congratulations, bud. Did you?
Say that.
I didn't even know you were. You kept that
I
quiet.
did offer.
She's relentless.
She's a woman of expensive taste, mate. You should know that. Is your missus?
The Lion is enough for now.
I'm surprised she was able to stick you enough to marry you.
Believe it or not, she's shorter than me.
Oh, okay, fair enough. So it's not going to be a big wedding then?
I'll give you that one.
Sorry.
Oh, that's brilliant.
It's a good one, that.
To be fair, though, I can't believe we're pretty much over qualifying already.
Indeed, it's actually flew in, hasn't it?
Time flies.
Indeed, we've got the last couple of laps of riding on board at the moment with Martin at the moment to see his first and probably only lap. He had a wee bit of a twitch in the middle
how long's
sector.
left.
There was 18
time
seconds.
has gone.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah, the strange one. When the yellow flag comes off, it just takes it away, doesn't it?
That does, yeah, it's a nightmare.
Yep.
Let's see, Martin round the last corner, riding the curbs a lot through the last corners. The Wall of Champions corner. P17, 01,
He's not last.
Yeah, as he said he would be. Is anyone else on the lap at the moment? There is. We've got the.
I think there's Eddie Dust, is there?
There's also. I was about to say there's the current MRCX champion was on the lap, but he's just invalidated.
Well, Calvin was on a lap. P2. Good lap.
Good lap from him indeed. Well, welcome to everyone in the chat.
Dynamite is the last on a lap, I believe.
And he's just come around the last corner. Well, welcome to everyone that's in the stream so far.
There we go.
Oh,
Look, what a lap.
What is right? 110.9.
It's a fantastic lap.
What a lap. Fair play to Dean. 15 viewers so far. Welcome to everyone that's in the chat. Just to name a few, we've got Connor, Mr. Connor. Obviously, Scott is in the chat. Welcome to him. This is all for him. We've got Mr. Era Voice, Matty Sullivan, Mr. Geki, that is. Anton's in the chat. Welcome to everyone that's commented so far. And as Anton says, obviously it takes 2 seconds to leave a like and to subscribe to the channel as well, and then obviously go onto the Discord, leave a donation. It's not going to hurt you. But anyway, that's qualifying finished. So if we start as follows. We've got Kid Dynamite on pole, we've got Chris Bailey in second, BRD Kelvin in third, Mark Hutchin, our driver, comes in fourth. Good luck from you, Mark. P5 for Xavier, Bergen is in P6, Waymax is in P7, Ali House is in P8, Captain Nibs is in 9th, Eddie Dust rounds out the top 10, and then we've got Loppy in 11th, G-Star in 12th, we have Scottish Ninja in P13, Wookie in P14, the Tier 3 champion of last year, of course, BitW in P15, Europel in 16th, Martin single track is in 17th, Smith is in 18th, Air Voice and Anton did not settle up in the 18th and 20th. Mark, how are you feeling?
I'm not. I haven't been this far up a grid for a long time, so I don't know. Is the answer, and it is due, according to my tracker, it is due to rain by the end of the race.
Oh, lovely. That
So,
could make things
yeah.
very interesting coming towards the end.
Yep, certainly good. Certainly good to see who's set up for that eventuality.
Yep, very true as well. As we get everyone getting their tyre strategy sorted. What are you thinking for your strategy then, Mark?
One stop's the quickest from the hards to the mediums, but there is potential to go with a 2-stop mediums with using a soft towards the end. So there's a few possibilities. So it's going to be interesting to see what people choose and the longevity of the tyres as well.
Indeed. So obviously, folks, as I say, this is practically a pre-season race. There is this one, and then we also have a second pre-season race happening later in the week, or the start of next week, if I'm not mistaken, isn't it?
Yeah, we've got the Monaco special on
that's gonna be fun on
Monday
Monday.
evening, and then a team event on Wednesday evening, which has been hosted by Dutch drivers. So that's going to be quite a good fun one. That I can't remember where we're putting. I think it's Imola. We're going for that one.
It's Australia.
Oh, is it Australia in the end? Okay.
Australia, lovely.
And then of course MRCX a week today. The season
yes,
gets underway. So
of course.
between that, there will be the team draws. That will be live, hosted by myself. I'm sure with Mr. Singletrack, and possibly Mr. Simba will be with us as well. So we'll be bringing the team draw as well next week for you all.
Looking forward to that. That's going to be good to see where we're going to be next season.
Yeah, of course, with the introduction of the 4th tier as well. That's really
gonna be
thought.
good,
And then,
that's
of
gonna
course,
be
the new all elite no assist tier as well, which I think
That's
you're
gonna
in,
be
aren't you,
huge.
Ryan?
You what? Sorry.
I think you're in the no assist tier as well, aren't you? The elite tier.
Yeah.
Very
Tier
nice.
How have you managed to scrape that?
Doesn't use
Practice.
assists.
Practice and practice. That's a long way to go still. Still way off the top lads' pace, but eventually, hopefully, I'll get there.
Well, I did say I think you were the first teammate I've had in MRC that's actually beaten me. So you can't be doing too bad.
That says enough. I think that would say enough
It
then.
was close.
It was close. Oops.
That's Magnus is the slut.
Oh, by a country mile. I'm still in America. I got stopped at the border.
Well, we've got the drivers lining up, 35 laps ahead here. Obviously, this isn't the end of it. After the 35 laps, we're going to Spain next, so that's going to be fun. But the lights are up. Here we go. For charity, the lights have gone, and we're underway here in Canada A great start from Chris Bailey up the inside, around the outside of Kid Dynamite straight into turn 1. Oh, and there's a spin in turn 1 as well. Kid Dynamite manages to hold Chris Bailey around the outside of turn 2. Chris is not going to let him go. There's
Yeah, someone hit me in turn 1, not sure who it was exactly, but hey ho. No damage, I don't think.
Long way to go.
100%.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not the end. It's even at the end of this race. It's not the end. if I must. Couple more spins. Yep, we've got a virtual safety car. He's got his ninjas going round. He lost his front wing.
Well, I did say it was low grip.
And that's evident so far. But not much change in the top 4, in the top 5. Saviour's got himself up to P3, a great start from him. Chris obviously had a great launch on Kid Dynamite right at the beginning. You probably had a great view of that, Mark.
Yeah, I was alongside Calvin, and then before I got my tap, but yeah, he did definitely a really good second phase for Chris. Got alongside into turn 1. I don't know how it obviously ended. I do have front wing damage, so that's scuppered my race a little bit.
It's not good. That's not great to hear. But at least you're not going to lose as much time as you would have.
Well, it depends on when this virtual decides it's going to end. That's the problem.
Very true, yeah.
So we'll have to see.
Doesn't show that you have much damage on your car from what I see here.
It popped up, so it definitely felt like it. So better to just to pit and get it over with and get rid of it. Although they're not actually changing my wing, so that doesn't help.
Ah, no.
Oh well.
That's not what I wanted to hear.
Oh well, at least it's for charity, and that's the main reason. So it's not one of those that you can get upset about. It's you're here for a reason otherwise. So.
Well, I'll tell you what though, Kid Dynamite's had an awful restart from the virtual safety car. Saviour and Chris Bailey have both jumped him from the restart.
Yeah, Bailey is very, very good at timing them. He does it quite frequently, to be totally honest.
Yeah, I'm sure you saying that from experience.
Well, when I was in T2, I always used to watch him, and he does time them really well.
Well, we've got the usual suspects 1 and 2 at the moment. The MRCX, it's MRCX 2.0 at the moment, with Saviour and Chris Bailey 1 and 2. Kid Dynamite all over the back of Saviour at the moment. And he ended up backing out into turn 1, playing it smart. But he's nearly pushing Saviour the whole way through the lap. I'm sure Saviour's had a lot of practice recently as well. Obviously, brand new wheel for him.
Oh yeah.
Coming towards the end of the season.
Yeah, he got a first class, did you know?
And I can't actually remember what he got.
Me neither, but he definitely got a wheel.
Got a yellow flag in the first sector. G-Star Snipes has got himself spun round.
I think we're going to see quite a few spins on the opening stint.
We didn't actually
really
see who started on what tyre. So we've got Chris Bailey, BRD Calvin, Ali House, Wookie, BitW, Era Voice, Smith and G-Star at the moment that I can see on hards. Mark, what did you start on, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah, I started on the hards and I've gone to the medium, so I may switch to the 2-stop and just see how this race plays out now.
As we run side by side with Saviour and Chris Bailey. Saviour has managed to get the lead from Chris going into turn 1, and Kid Dynamite's got the inside run as well on him. But he's opted to stay behind for the time being. Great move from Saviour down the inside into turn 1. G-Star must have had a bit of damage as well. He's decided to box.
I was just keeping my eye on Kid. He's looking very rampant.
He's looking very racy so far, isn't he?
Yeah. He's looking strong, which is good to see after all the issues he did have a few seasons back with his brake pedals.
Yeah, he had a few issues, has he?
Well, there was one season he was running at 75 brake pressure or something. Something was really wrong with his brakes.
Right, okay.
And it's nice to see his actual pace.
It is indeed. He ended the season very strong, like, didn't he? As well.
Yeah.
Interior 1. Xavier and Kidd still, or the flat front 3 still jousting for positions. Chris Bailey with the did have the RS, didn't he, I think. No,
Yeah, he did. He did have the RS. We'll
no move able to be made. Xavier's had it. He has indeed. Look at this. 3. He's been boxed in practically by Chris and Kidd, but he's managed to stay ahead. That's not a place you want to overtake though as well, here, or turn 4.
Oh no, I agree. Anyone who goes through there is very brave.
Indeed. It's like turn 4 at Hungary as well. You'd never make the move there.
Oh no.
Unless you're Lewis Hamilton.
Not unless you want to die.
Yeah.
That is a very, very bad place.
We've got a Captain Nibs fan in the chat. Mr. Death Egg, welcome to the stream. Cheering on Captain Nibs tonight.
There's Nibs, P7.
P7 at the moment, side by side with Ali House. I've just switched to that. Ali House has managed to get through. Don't know who was actually ahead into the corner.
I think it was Ali House.
Well, it's now Captain Nibs. He's managed to get the move with DRS. There's another move happening behind with... There's not actually. Europel had half a look at Eddie Dust. Opted to stay behind to get DRS again through. Here Eddie Dust side by side with Ali House into turn 1 with DRS. Makes it easy, goes a wee bit deep. Ali House tries to get a switch back on him. They're still side by side, a wee bit of contact between them. This is some good racing. They are going to go side by side through it. Look at that from Ali.
Very brave.
He must have listened to you. He must have been listening.
He's got knackers like a ship's anchor.
He must have heard us saying you don't want to make an overtake. He says, hold my beer. Manages to get through.
Yeah.
Brilliant racing there.
I think they were side by side coming in as well.
Oh, Kid Dynamite went for the late on the brakes into the hairpin. They're side by side with DRS. It's going to be Kid with DRS. Or both of them are going to have DRS rather, of course. Chris manages to get the exit and stay ahead. He's going to move. Kid's going to move to the inside into the final corner. And he's going to get the move done. Great overtake from Kid Dynamite.
Absolutely. Can he catch Xavier?
That's the question. He's always the man to beat.
Well, it seems to look that way, doesn't it? Every time you're watching, it's always Xavier, Bailey and Dynamite. Up there
Indeed.
with G-Star as well. I think he's had a problem.
I swear every time I'm on MRCX commentary, I'm actually sick of saying these two people. They're 3 names. And it's not going to end this season either.
Oh no, it'll carry on that.
100%. Oh, well here we go. Well, we've got half a look. He's tried to move to the inside. He's opted against it into the middle sector chicane, heading towards the hairpin. Is he going to do what he done to kill Chris? Or is he going to play it safe? He's playing it safe this time. He's going to wait for the DRS. He's looking really pacey at the moment, Kid Dynamite, isn't he?
Yeah, he was always quick. Anyway, even with that problem.
Side by side here, we've got fight for P7, Europel and Ali House. Europel managed to get past the man that's going to be giving away the things. Oh, there was a spin in the last sector.
Scottish Ninja.
It's awful. That's awful for him. Hasn't had as much luck this season, or in the last season, has he? Scottish Ninja?
No, not really, but he will get there. He keeps plugging away.
He's a good driver. Obviously, he's not long had a wheel also, so he's probably still learning a wee bit coming into the next season.
It does take time. It takes time to get used to.
Sure, I've only had mine for a year. I've had mine just over a year now.
Yeah.
As well, and I'm still learning.
I think we all are.
Yeah.
To be honest, there's always
in one way or the other.
Yeah.
Haven't heard from our driver Cobb. Mark, how's your race going so far?
Just putting some lap times in. I've trying to close the gap. Turbo's just got through Smith. I think he's struggling, maybe have some damage or something, not sure. I think he's actually learning no assists as well, this Smith. Saw him lock up a few times, so he's wandering around and trying to close the gap on people ahead. Obviously, I'm a pit stop behind and out of sync now with my strategy. But yeah, just trying to trying not to spin actually. Fully enough.
Oh,
But,
speaking of, Europel had a wee bit of a moment out of turn 1. Well, just think of this, Mark. As you say, there might be rain, so that's probably your best bet now, is probably just trying to wait it out with the tyres you're on.
It won't happen. I think it's literally last 5-6 laps of the race, potentially. Then it may come in, and then it just depends on what people's strategies are and what people's setups are. And it does make me wonder if people have gone a bit higher on their downforce and wing settings to combat that when it does arrive. But it's, you know, with 9 laps in, nearly a third, just under a third of the way. So yeah, I'm just plugging away on these tyres, trying to make them last if I can, and just go from there. Really,
closing the gap.
Yeah, I've noticed that it's stabilised for a bit, but I am struggling. I think there's definitely some kind of damage on the front wing. I'm struggling in that middle sector a lot. So yeah, it's going to be a slow next pit stop. Yeah, it's going to be a slow pit stop next time around, I think, to get rid of that potential damage and see how it goes from there.
The only time will tell as well for you, Mark. We've got plenty of time to go. You've got more races to race, so it's going to be.
Well, that's the thing, yeah. It is a marathon. It is an endurance event, so you know.
25 laps to go for Canada. Got Spain, Austria, all in the name of charity, a great cause as well.
Yep, definitely. I'm going to make a quick reminder of that as well. Obviously, for charity, we've got Mr. Scott in the chat. So obviously, we always wish him the best with everything, with all that's been going on with him in his life at the moment.
Yeah,
it's never a nice thing at all. I'm sure we've all lost family with cancer as well, so it's awful to hear of a close friend having it. And as Martin and Martin said at the start as well, just head into the Discord. There's the link there to go to our Just Giving page. It is every penny that is raised is going to Macmillan. So just any sort of money works. We're grateful. We are grateful with any sort of money that you have to donate. And it goes towards a good cause. But anyway, we've got, as Ran, you say, we've got a safety car.
Lopey's spun, I think. I think it's Lopey.
It looks like it is. Yep, he's lost his front wing.
His wing, yeah.
But this has made things very interesting.
Oh, this is very good for Mark, I believe.
I was, you know what, it was strange. Last lap I looked at what my pit strategy would be. And then immediately sort of went, well, makes no odds, to be honest. Don't know if it does or doesn't, to be honest.
Did you get your wing changed?
I didn't last pit stop, it didn't change it, so I probably will get it changed now. And just go from there, really.
Just hit a wall and make sure that you're actually getting it changed this time.
Wow.
No,
I've changed my settings.
Yeah, you changed it to yes.
Yeah, I have done.
Instead of auto, yeah.
Well, we've got the race leaders have come in for their stops. Chris Bailey, even on the hard tyres, has come in on the fresh set of tyres. Saviour's onto the set of hards. Chris is obviously onto a set of mediums to get his pit strategy finished.
Yeah,
we've got nearly everyone coming in.
It's going to be interesting. Can Chris get past Saviour and pull away on a medium?
Yeah, well, they're good. I think it's ideal for the medium runners to go this little bit early.
Yeah.
But I think it's the one that'll hurt the hard tyre runners, I think, more than anything.
Definitely. Eddie Dust has went onto the soft tyres, which is a bold move from him, wanting to get the positions up.
Bergen says sorry for turn 1, he had his brake bias on 60 for some reason.
Right, oh, fair enough. No problem. No
Yeah,
problem.
we'll do.
Turn 1, it is what it it's no worries. Tell him we appreciate it, but it's all good.
Turn 1's always going to be a massacre. In any
Yeah,
race.
it can be. Yeah, it can be.
But as we are now under safety car, now might as well just have a wee chat now. Just get yourselves back into, get yourselves a breath more than anything.
I mean, luckily I haven't been in a battle, so I don't need a new breath, luckily.
True.
It's just been a practice session as such, just seeing what lap times I can do. But yeah, it's going to be interesting now. Obviously, everyone's on fresh tyres. Unfortunately, mine were used, so that's going to hamper me a little bit. I used a lap of these in qualifying, so it's just trying to keep the wear off them under safety car conditions, and just keep a little bit of heat in them, and then just heat them up right at the end and go from there. Really, just play the patient game with these. Obviously, with the wear on them, trying to make them last a little bit further than what I would normally take.
Definitely for 100%. So, how are you feeling for the new season of MRC coming up?
Sorry about that, I was having a quick bite of chocolate.
As I was saying,
Keep your stamina up for the night.
how are you lads
Gonna
feeling?
need it.
Yeah,
I'm quite
definitely.
excited to see I'm always excited to see who my new teammate is and what team I get put with. I
Yeah,
think that's
100%.
part of it, in a way. It's nice.
Definitely, Death Egg, if you're in the Discord of MRC, which is in the About section of the YouTube chat, you can join the Discord, and there's a link to the Just Giving page on it, where you can donate.
Yeah, but if you go on the Just Giving site and search, I think it's MRC F1 Racing Leagues,
Actually,
it should be
you
under
know
there
what?
as well, folks. If you're not part of the Discord, so it should somewhere, if you can search, I think we'll be under there as well.
I'm actually gonna copy the link to the thing and put it into the YouTube chat.
Perfect. Don't know if you do it in the chat, you might have to put it in the vehicle, in the description if you can.
I'm going to send it to the missus.
How
She's at work,
how is that
so
needed? How is that done?
Alright.
If you don't mind me
see
asking,
if
Mark.
anyone can give a little.
Exactly, yeah.
Every little
But to be
helps.
fair, I'm looking forward to this next season. We've got the new tier, we've got a lot of, obviously the zero assist, the elite tier coming up as well, so that's going to be very, very exciting. And some tier 3, former tier 3 drivers, I should say, have taken that step up that use no assists. And it makes at times a little bit of a level playing field, so that's going to be very interesting. We've got a lot of strong people in now with the tier 2, which was former tier 1. And just throughout all the tiers, there's a lot of strong drivers again, and that's the beauty of MRC that we've had for a number of seasons now, is the strength in depth with a lot of drivers in that you can't really call who's going to win the championship
100%.
in any tier. I mean, someone needs to stop O'Joni in that elite tier. Someone's got to. Tier 2 is going to be a tough one. We've got a lot of strong people there. Fox Rivers in that one, Jay Sarge in there as well, and it's going to be a good fun one as well. And Tier 3 and Tier 4, of course, they're just ridiculously strong. We've got Connors in Tier 4, he's a strong driver on his day, and yourself, you've improved a lot, Winky. We've got Morgan on his day, we've got Avinash, of course. There's Wookiees up there. I'm not sure which tier
I
Wookiee's
think
going to
he'd
be
be
in
in
there
tier
with.
3, possibly, obviously, with being the
Not
champion.
sure what he's in.
I'm not too sure.
Or tier
What?
2, I'm not sure where he is actually.
I'm
I think
definitely
he's in
looking
tier 2
forward to
actually.
it.
I've got to put it with him. but yeah, this season is going to be fantastic. We've got a few new
100%.
joins as well, and if you're not part of MRC yet, look up on the Facebook pages. We have got advertisements out there with a link to the Discord. Please do give us a join. Speak to Mr. Bailey when you can. He was obviously racing tonight. Send your TT times. We'll get you set up with a seat or reserve seat as well, and look to have you racing on track.
100%. I'm looking forward to this new season with my new with the new Luke tiers.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm hoping for a stronger season than what I've had the last couple of seasons. Obviously, another new season with the wheel. So it's going to be. I have, as you say, I have been
Safety
improving,
cars
but
coming in.
yep, that's about me now. As you say, the safety cars come in.
Sorry, bad timing for you, mate. Sorry.
No, not at all. It's not all about all of us, but it's all about the league. But Chris Xavier's gone early, and now and Chris is stuck with him on the restart. Chris has managed to. Oh, and there's what's the yellow flag about?
Carl's pitted.
Oh, is that what it is? Right, okay. But it's been a fairly safe restart so far from all drivers. Chris has stuck with Xavier and he's actually closing in on Xavier. There's still obviously a long way to go in this race. The lap times, not the lap times, what am I trying to say? I don't even know what I'm trying to say now. It's been a while.
It has. But 10 to 15 minutes, we are expecting rain, according to Elvis.
Oh, okay. Elvis?
Elvis is the man on the radio. We don't
okay.
have Jeff.
I've never, first I've heard that. But we've got Chris side by side with Xavier around the hairpin. Has he got the run on the German? Still side by side. Nope, it looks like Xavier is going to stay ahead of Chris Bailey. This battle is not going to be finished anytime in these few races. So strap yourselves in, folks. These two are going to be all over each other these next 25 laps plus the next two races. But don't count anyone out. There's obviously a lot of drivers in this who can turn things around.
I couldn't agree with you more. You got Irapel, Calvin, Ant, who's in P9 at the minute.
What a start he's had to be for Ashley. Yeah, didn't even think of that. He started last.
Yeah. I think you know what? I think he enjoys doing it.
He's a man for entertainment. He's a man for the stream. But look at this, we're 3 wide getting into the hairpin. That's not a good idea. Kid Dynamite's opted to back off, but which has allowed Europel to get involved, and Calvin's even part of this. It's a 5-way battle for the lead of this race. Obviously DRS isn't enabled just yet. It'll be enabled after this lap. But look at this for a battle.
Irapel's really coming on strong. So is Calvin.
Indeed, Europel side by side with Kid Dynamite. Oh, nearly contact between the drivers. Look at the battles between, even in the midfield. The battles are just endless at the moment.
That's what we want.
100%.
Great to see.
And the best bit about it is a lot of it is mixed team as well.
Yeah, it's true.
Which is the beauty of X as well, and these races that people with different assist levels, different ability levels, and just mixing it with the big boys, and that's the beauty of it.
100%. I wish I could have raced, if I'm being honest, for this, but there's stuff I've got to do later on tonight, unfortunately, so I couldn't have raced, and I was happy enough to step up and commentate on this special occasion, so I'm not complaining either way. But here we go, we've got Ali House side by side, and he's got ahead of Womax in the P6 of this race. Single track and Lobby having a wee bit of a battle down in P12. Lobby got past him. We've now got a chase for the lead, or we've a battle for the lead between Chris Bailey and Xavier. Chris has managed to get the inside. They're still wheel to wheel. Getting into turn 4. Chris is going to stay ahead of Xavier, and there's a spin.
Oh, someone's round. Irapel.
There's 2 drivers round. Who is it? Safety cars to be deployed.
I think it's Irapel and Calvin.
Oh, it was.
Wonder if they came together then.
Yeah, unfortunately, somebody's telling me to give the place to Calvin as well, and he was sideways, so I don't know.
That's not good. That's unfortunate.
Well, I've got a 5-second penalty, but a strange game anyway.
That's unfortunate to hear from you. That's another safety car then. Is there any damage on any of the 2 cars?
I can't see, to be honest. I've got Liverpool ahead and Calvin behind, so I'm not actually sure.
It doesn't look from Calvin's car, and the rappel has got knocked out of front wing. So that's unfortunate for him. But the
Calvin
safety
looks
car.
okay from me, from what I can see.
Glad to hear it from there. It's unfortunate, obviously. Don't like seeing drivers colliding. Probably just a wee bit too aggressive from one of the drivers.
But it's
No one
that corner,
obviously
and
wants to
Ryan
give-
mentioned it in quali, that tricky corner, and you can get it a little bit wrong, and you can lose the rear. You could just bounce a little bit off the wall as well, and
True,
there's a lot of
true.
issues with that corner. I don't know if that would have been a contribute. So we know what Calvin and Lirapel, they are fair drivers, of course, and raced together many times.
Of course, yep. But
Just
again,
shows you how technical that corner really is.
Yeah, it
one
is,
mistake
definitely.
and it can end.
exactly, you can hit it 20, you can hit it perfectly 100 times, or 99 times out of 100. But there's always that one
That
time
one.
which will, which can ruin a race.
It's the same with the last chicane as well. The Wall of Champions.
Oh yeah,
It must be scary in real life doing that, because
must be
it's
the
scary
speed you're
just on
coming
the
at.
game.
Yeah.
The speed you're coming
It's
at going through that.
It's a 100 and something mile an hour corner, that, and you're right. If you hit the inside sausage curves, then you just got a one-way ticket, unfortunately.
100%. It's probably even scary whenever because it's fine margins as well, because you don't know how close them drivers get to
Oh yeah,
that wall as well.
yeah. The
You only
accuracy
have to
of
look. You only have to really look at Max in Jeddah that time when he hit the wall.
Yeah,
on
in
the last
qualifying.
corner.
That's correct. Yeah,
Perfect lap. One mistake and the lap's done.
yeah.
that's
Exactly.
That's literally it. Yeah,
It's man v machine, innit?
basically, yeah. At times,
The trust they must have in them cars is unbelievable.
exactly, because you're only one person. You can only do so much. Isn't that right?
Yeah. I'd press the wrong button and eject the seat.
You'd be lucky to
I
reach the
wouldn't stand
pedals
a
in the
chance.
car.
I would
Never
need
mind.
them to. I would need to sub the water bag for a bottle of rum.
Brilliant. Many have you
I
had
think it
so
would be a
far?
bit hot.
Yeah, that's true.
Have you had any yet?
Golden syrup.
Golden syrup.
I've got a rum ski with me.
Oh, of course you
He's
do.
always got a little tumbler next to him.
Oh, it's got to be done. Got to do it, especially on race nights. You know, you
Especially
couldn't.
where he works hard. He deserves it.
Yeah, exactly that. I mean, work hard, hardly work. One of the two. It's a fine balance.
Time the coffee machine gets switched on.
That's the one.
Yeah, a bit of improvement from you so far, Mark. Up to P11 now. You're back in it now.
Yeah, there was a few people pitted behind me, so I didn't. That 5-second penalty is annoying. I know there's no steward in tonight, so
Of course.
not much I can do about it, unfortunately. But we'll see how it goes. It is starting to cloud over a little bit, so that
makes
threat of rain potentially is incoming. Potentially next 5 to 10 laps.
Yep,
Single
indeed.
track's
But we
up to
are now
P9
back.
as well.
No, we're not back racing yet. Didn't know what part of the track we were on. Ignore me. Safety car is coming in this lap, and look at this for a battle. Ali House has managed to get up to third.
Yeah, there's been quite a few big movers. You got Ali House, and single track up there.
Oh, Anton as
Bergen
well.
and Whoopi.
Wow. But again, Xavier goes at the same point as last time, and Chris yet again follows him. So at the so it's the stalemate at the moment for the lead of the race. Sally House and Kid Dynamite battling side by side, going through turns 1, 2, and 3. I will get my words out. But Ali House has managed to stay ahead at the moment. There's another yellow flag
Yeah,
in the
I
first
think
sector
it's
at turn
Calvin.
2.
Is it Calvin?
Is it?
Or Triple Cheese Stars? Well, I'm confused.
Doesn't take that to confuse you, does it?
No.
But here we go, Anton and Womack side by side. Anton's got through. Look at that for straight line speed. Obviously the better tyre, but that's just crazy speed. No DRS or nothing. And he's up to P5. Get Dynamite pushing Ali House through the chicane. Sitting side by side, or not side by side, right on the gearbox of him. Is he going to be able to make a move? He's moved to the outside. Still side by side, and he's got the move done. Into the final corner. Oh, there's another yellow flag
Wookie,
coming into
Wookie.
and there's a virtual safety car.
Yeah, it's Wookie.
Wookie and Captain Nibs through the final corner, caught single track. We've got a full safety again.
Full safety car?
Full. He's just come out the pits.
It's showing virtual safety car on my screen.
I'm just about to pass the safety car.
Oh, this is weird.
Yeah.
Yep, there it is. It does not show up now.
I can see the yellow dot parked up.
Yeah, it's showing up now. That's a full safety car. So,
This will be interesting. Do the top 10 pits, do the dot, because everybody else behind them
what are you thinking, Mark?
has pitted.
I'm tempted, but at the same time, it's a long way to take a set of soft tyres. And with the
got a
threat
fresh
of rain. No, I've used them both. So, otherwise, if I did, that'd be perfect, in fairness. But it's a strange one, I think. For me, I'm a bit stuck. So I think I've got no real choice but to stay out and hope that there is... Oh, there you go. Funny enough, I just said that, and it's come back on the radio. It's a few laps out, but it is coming. So it's a risky one. Do you put a set of softs on and chance a bit of raw pace for a few laps and hope that you can survive in the wet conditions, or do you gamble? That is the question, really.
It is a gamble,
No.
nonetheless, to be
I
fair.
think, going off what you say about the rain, I don't think it's worth a risk right now.
Yeah, I think Bergen has pitted. Now, whether or not it was on his strategy call, I'm not sure, but
He's taking the risk.
Head of Voice also pitted.
A lot of the back runners have boxed, actually. Bergen is onto a set of soft tyres, so he is taking the risk.
He'll have a few laps where you can utilise that.
Your voices went
that
onto the
raw pace.
intermediate tyres.
What?
It's a bit early for them.
It is, and if you get it wrong, your tyres will just
They'll burn out quite easily, won't they?
yeah, they just burn up.
Yeah, and they
So
just lose
quick.
every grip when it does rain, don't they? You've got nothing when it does come.
Yeah.
I think it's a couple of laps too early. There are still shadows across the track, and I think if they started to really fade, then yeah, okay, I could see his chance of taking that risk. But it is starting to really cloud over now, so I think it's a couple of laps out, and then we're going to see that rain fall, and then it's going to see who's got a better setup. And I think just from what you were saying, Ryan, for the times in qualifying, that people may have actually set up for that at the end.
Yeah,
Could be the
it's hard
case.
to tell when it's dry who went what way.
To be fair, for example, Ryan, what would you do in that circumstance? So you know there's going to be rain in the race.
Yeah,
With
I would.
Saviour's boxed.
I would definitely. I would go 2 clicks on the ride height.
Would you upper your
The
wings for qualifying?
Yeah, the wings I would pull up as well.
We've got a few drivers in. Saviours went on to the intermediate tyres. The race leader.
Some people like to start at the front. I'm not really fussed. I want to have the right setup for the race.
Yeah, to be fair, it's probably sometimes the best way to go is just sacrifice your qualifying for a good race.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to get pole in Tier 1 anyway. So
That was my thing. That was the same for me last year. I had a similar mentality.
yeah, you just got to do the best you can with who you're racing against, I suppose. Like they're very, very fast.
100%.
It's just pushing me a little bit more, to get a little bit better. But
That's all it is, really. Yeah, that's what it is. That's the best thing. That is a very good thing. Because obviously, like myself, I'm pretty sure I'm getting into the 4th tier for the new season. So I'm still obviously developing, and I've got obviously a driver coach for next season.
Yeah,
he always
they
pushes
do
me
really
as well.
help as well. I had a
100%.
few pointers off your Jody last season, and it really helped.
Oh, there you go, in. You've got the best of the best to help you. Like you had the best of the best helping you out.
Yeah, could say that. I just call him Jesus.
So it looks like we're getting another lap of the safety car.
Yeah.
Just waiting on Calvin to basically enter the field, to join the field. Kit Dynamite has opted the box, and he's probably going to go onto the intermediate tyres. Any drops yet, Mark, on you yet?
Not yet, but
It's looking very dull.
It has got very dark in the last couple of laps, actually, to be fair. Or in the last lap, I should say. You've opted as well, Mark, have you?
yeah, I decided the box, got rid of the 5-second penalty, which, in fairness, I totally forgot I had. But yeah, at least I can get onto the back of the field and hope that it does start to torrential rain.
That is what you're hoping for,
now.
isn't it? Yeah. Just hoping for the downpour to happen, like, any time now.
Yeah, that's the one.
But, as you mentioned...
now, I think there's only 4 people on the right side, in my opinion.
Soft.
Soft tyre runners, yeah. But to be fair, Mark, as you say as well, the tracks that we're going to after this are also sometimes prone to a bit of rain.
Yeah, that's it.
So,
and the quick tracks. I mean, Spain's such a good. I always like Spain. I mean, I prefer the old layout. I'm not gonna lie. But then Austria, of course, a very fast track. So.
Did you like that last sector in Spain before it was changed?
Yeah, I like the little chicane. To be fair, I didn't mind it. I don't mind the fast option, but I did prefer the technical side personally.
I was the same with Singapore.
Yeah,
getting
definitely.
rid of that last sector.
I can't believe they've got rid of that section.
Yeah, the Marina Bay section. I agree.
Yeah.
I like that as well.
It was really good when you could get so close to the wall and nail it.
Cool.
Get it wrong and you're screwed. But
here we go with the restart. Sorry to interrupt you, Ryan, but Chris Bailey has left Ali House for dust at the moment. He's managed to gain a second. He went early out of into the last corner, but Ali House has been left napping, and it started to rain.
Yeah,
so Mark, your
just
wishes
as the
come
safety
true.
car goes in. I know. So this is going to be interesting now.
About to say that. It's going to get very interesting.
Ooh,
yellow flag in the first sector.
Yeah, that was Calvin and G-Star.
It doesn't just rain.
It pours.
It's actually, it's basically a tsunami.
Yeah.
Chris Bailey staying off the racing line, it looks like, through some of the straight line sections. I wonder if that's just to keep the temperature. And if there is another yellow flag in the second sector, who's that one around? Evervoice?
Evervoice, yeah.
Chris Bailey goes locks up into the hairpin. So the tracks got wet very quickly.
Very, very fast, yeah. A lot of spray already within 2 sectors.
The penalties are starting to rack up now as well. G-Star's got himself 3 seconds. Drivers are not enjoying these conditions. Chris Bailey has now boxed. Anton followed him in. So I wonder where this is going to... Xavier is probably going to retake the lead of this race. He will retake the lead of this race. And Kid Dynamite managed to take P2 then. So this has just changed. People have gone to the wet tyres actually as well, here. Bergen, Kid Dynamite, not Kid Dynamite, Bergen, Scottish Ninja and Alley House have went to the wet compound. Your voice has missed the pit lane.
I've seen a green and blue car and I really like it. I don't know whose it is.
Could be me. I'm going for the Macmillan colours.
You behind Chris?
Yeah. I certainly am.
That's the one. It looks really nice.
Thank you. I went for the charity colours this evening.
Love to see it.
I'll try to.
It's a very nice looking car, to be fair, Mark.
Much appreciated.
Have to say. But while we're actually on the topic, let's have a wee quick look at
I
some.
know Chris has gone for like Scott's colours. He used to use purple and yellow as well, the same colour scheme I tend to use in MRCX. But so Chris has gone for a similar setup, I do believe.
Purple and yellow
I think
colours.
so. Sure, you said
He
he
has
was.
indeed. Yep, he has. Looks very nice, to be fair. Saviour has went for his usual silver sort of car. Looks alright, to be fair. Kid
I
Dynamite.
reckon his missus definitely made that.
Actually, there's like one of the old school McLarens.
Yeah, I was thinking that just. Looks like a McLaren West.
Like there's Hamilton's old McLaren.
No,
In a way.
the Hakkinen.
Oh, you're going further back
cool
again.
far, late
Okay.
90s.
Kid Dynamite went for the sort of that purple, or like light purple and orange.
I love the aerial shots.
They're great, aren't they, to be fair?
Yeah.
Europel.
Down on the liveries. It's nice.
So we're looking at the liveries so that you've seen. Who's standing out for you?
Well, I haven't seen many, to be honest.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm just flicking through them now.
It's hard to see them now as well, obviously, with the spray coming
Bergen's
back.
is nice.
Let's have a wee
like
look
a-
at Bergen's.
Like a chrome and purple.
Yep, as he cuts the hairpin, or the chicane. We'll just ignore that. Actually does look quite nice the way he's got the silver with the purple sort of blended. Wookie's gone for a sort of a Lotus livery look sort of thing, like it looks like. Or the old Haas, in a way.
Yeah.
Captain Tibbs has also followed your thing, Mark, and went for the green and purple.
Yeah.
Cars went for the blue and pink sort of livery as well, which is nice, which is actually quite nice. Blue, black and pink, which looks quite nice on his car. But Waymax has managed to get past Xavier as well into P3. This race, the track seems to have, or well, the field seems to have actually spread out a little bit. Yellow flag in
Yeah,
the second
it's-
sector.
It's getting wetter
Oh,
and
it was
wetter.
Anton.
Anton.
Yeah.
Oh, he went for it. Marks went for it into the hairpin. He's a wee bit of
No, I
contact.
didn't.
with
I
Loppy.
just completely aquaplaned. I did not mean to
Oh,
go
right,
for that
okay.
at all. So if Loppy is, I'll send him a message afterwards. But I did not mean to go for that one at all. I broke early, and he was just thinking, "Oh, this is not happening. This is not stopping." So yeah, I wasn't even going to fight the place back.
Well, here we go. We've got,
Luckily, there's no damage. I hope there's no damage to Loppy as well on that one.
I'll have
Yeah,
a
that was
quick
not
look.
intentional at all.
Yep, you've lost. You've put a hole in the side pod. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
No, there's no,
No, it's
damage
not. It's
whatsoever.
not
on
a
them.
full can, so we're okay.
Yeah, you're all good. Well, 5 laps to go in the first race of 3.
Oh, save, he just nearly lost it.
What happened with him there?
Turns 4. He come down the banking and he must have just accelerated too soon. That was
No, how
really
that
close.
feels. Anton.
Yeah, he looks to be one that set him for the try.
Oh, Anton going almost side by side with Martin. Went wheel to wheel with
Save
The,
is really struggling.
owner of the founder of MRC. Anton nearly pushing Martin through that middle sector, heading towards the hairpin. Anton's got a run on him. Is he going to try and make a dive into the hairpin? He is. Side by side, a wee bit of contact between the pair of them, but Anton's managed to get through and has got the move made cleanly. Great move from Anton. Obviously no DRS, so it's just a straight line speed battle for positions now. You can see you're still stuck behind Loppy as well, Mark, at the moment.
Yeah, track's very, very slippy at the minute as well, so difficult to actually get past him.
Yes, I think Saviour's really struggling with the wet conditions on that setup.
Chris Bailey's managed to catch up to him at the moment. Anton's managed to get. You had a bit of a moment
a
there,
lot
Mark?
of oversteer, mid corner under oversteer as well. Couldn't put any power down. So yeah, just falling backwards a little bit at the moment.
Captain, is that Captain Nibs with a wee bit of a moment out of turn 2? Or turn 2?
Yeah, it is.
Another yellow flag. Chris Bailey still stuck behind Saviour. No, he's not. Saviour's going round. You said he was struggling with the traction, but he's definitely he's lost it now.
You can see it.
Sorry.
You can see him struggling in every single corner. It's not like Saviour.
No, it's not at all. Oh, Lobby has tried to make a move on him. Now it's going to be 3 wide. Going down the back straights. Anton managed to pick up a position on Lobby. Single tracks got involved. Marks nearly a bystander in the whole thing.
Oh, I'm definitely a bystander, 100%.
But Martin now running side by side with Lobby into the hairpin. He's going to stick behind him for the moment, which is going to invite Mark through to head towards him.
No, I'm just trying to avoid the Wall of Champions.
Okay, fair
Nibs
enough.
went at the hairpin.
Who's that, sorry?
Nibs
Ah,
had a mistake at the hairpin.
must be losing traction on them tyres. Lobby's lost a bit of traction, speaking of. Out of turn 2. Single track says, thank you very much, I'll take that. So he's through into P7. Drivers are not enjoying these wet conditions. Talk about an endurance race. This is definitely made an endurance race with it being wet.
Yeah.
Drivers are getting every sort of aspect of racing. Chris Bailey has managed to get past Womax before the hairpin. Nice move from him. Eddie Dustin single. A single track must have had a moment there. Marks ran over
Straight on.
Yep. What happened with Martin?
There is no grip at all. It's even, to be fair, it's actually just come on the radio to say that it is potentially a move for the full wet. So if those people did early on, if they haven't burnt them up, yeah, I've got 0 traction.
It does look like it's starting to downpour now as well.
Oh, it's horrible.
Chris Bailey's.
I'm starting to get flashbacks of my home country.
Bit of pal now.
Single track. Watch this. Oh, he's at Mark's pulled it. Oh no, he's went. Bit too heavy on the throttle.
I was hardly on it actually.
Really?
I thought it was in a straight line. Yeah.
We've got Anton side by side with Saviour. Saviour's really not enjoying this. Side by side, he's now dropping back behind Anton. That's unfortunate for yourself there, Mark, that you were having such a good race.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Another yellow flag. Is that Saviour's gone round again? And he's now have to wait, so Saviour's going to drop a long way back.
It's not ideal.
It's not at all. He's the current MRCX champion, the multiple time champion.
It's awful as well when you lose grip. You daren't put your foot back down at all on any corner, and you just fall away.
Especially whenever Mark says apparently it could be going to full wet as well.
Yeah.
Well, at the moment, Ali House is enjoying it. Straight back up to P6 at the moment. On them wet tyres. I had this
problem in the tier race where it was wet like this, and then I come around the last corner, and for some reason, no throttle, it just decided to flick me in the wall.
Chris Bailey and
I've had that issue. Yeah.
Chris Bailey and Lurapel side by
really
side.
Weird, yeah.
Sorry. No, Lurapel's ran wide.
Yeah, he will give that spot up. He's a fair guy.
Fair play to him. Kid Dynamite has just disappeared at the moment here, so he's just loving life of it out in the lead at the moment.
Yeah.
Mark boxing to get his first set of tyres on, and then obviously a new front wing. He's opted for the wet tyres as well.
Yeah, I thought I'd give him a go. 2 laps left. Why
Calvin's
not?
had a bit of a moment as well out of turn 4. Xavier's got past him. Of course, obviously, folks, for the drivers that are still in the race, obviously, every driver's going to get a point at the end of this race. So, obviously, we've had 2 unfortunate DNFs. But even if drivers are thinking of retiring in the pits, it's not going to be worth doing if you're going to get a point either way going into the next few races. So every point counts, as well, as you would say, as any sort of points could be the difference in where you finish after the 3 races. The Rappel sitting 3rd at the moment. He's had a decent race. Anton on P5. Chris Bailey's managing to starting to close that gap on Kid Dynamite a little bit. In the lead, he's got it down to 3 seconds at the moment.
Yeah, I think I would settle for P2 personally.
Yeah, 2 more races to go. There's not really any point pushing too hard, is there?
No,
Oh,
not especially in this weather. You could just lose everything that you've raced for.
Yeah, 100%. Xavier went really deep into turn 1. I tell you what, he missed his braking point completely. Still more yellow flags. There's one in the first sector. Is that Loppy? That's unfortunate for him. He's not had the best of races today, has he?
No. Well, it has been quite a difficult race for everybody.
Yellow flag at the hairpin. The Rappel's going round at the hairpin. So he was battling for a podium, and he's dropped to P5. Could be P6 if Valley House can get past him, but
Dynamite's about to cross the line. I mean, Chris Bailey really closed that gap down.
But yep, that's the first race done for these drivers. Chris, you did as you thought. Chris Bailey done what you thought he would do. Settled for second. Kid Dynamite has got the win for the first race of the night. Chris Bailey has managed to come home in P2. Womax comes home in P3. It's been a great race. Ali House has managed to get P4 in the end through penalties. Anton takes P5. The Rappel unfortunately takes P6 rather than a podium. He was very close to getting, if it wasn't for that mistake. Eddie Dust comes home in P7. A great race from him. Single track from starting was a P17, gets P8. Bergen gets P9. Carl BitW gets P10 to round out the top 10. And then it's Calvin in P11. Xavier, an unfortunate race for him. He just couldn't get any sort of grip with intermediate tyres. He's finished P12. Loppy is in P13. Wookie is in P14. We will get the rest of the grid momentarily. So of course, guys, as well, this isn't the end of it. We've got a 10-minute break. This next stream will be up momentarily after this one for the next race in Spain, and we will get the rest of the grid in a few moments. Congratulations to Kid Dynamite for the first win of the day. And we will get the rest of the grid after the champagne gets sprayed. We'll get the. Didn't think of the word there.
Yeah, while we're waiting for that photo, of course, we have got the 10-minute interval after this, and then we will be back for race 2. So keep an eye out for the streams, guys.
Yep.
Please donate if you can. Be coming. That was a fun race. A lot of action from you guys.
Yep. Just to go through the rest of the grid here, we've got Mark, who had an unfortunate spin near the end in P15. Smith is in P16. Captain Nibs in P17. G-Star Snipes in P18. And then the retirements are Scottish Ninja and Era Voice. Mark, commiserations for the first race.
Yeah, it is what it is. It happens.
But
yeah, it was one of those. One of those. But no, on to the next 2.
Indeed, obviously, as Mark says, it'll be a 10-minute interval. The stream will be up as soon as possible. But Mark and Ryan, thank you for joining me.
My
Thank
pleasure.
you. Thanks very much, guys.
Thank you for everyone for watching. Sorry,
I was just going to say thank you for commentating. Thank you for being part of obviously the reason we're here for this charity event.
pleasure.
So thank you, of course.
Pleasure as always. But anyway, guys, that is race 1 done. Race 2 will be happening momentarily. Just keep your eyes out on the stream. Donate if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already, and like this stream. But good night from us.
See you soon.
Bye.